actually about this timeline of all the yugas. So when we talk about Vedavyas compiling the Vedas, did he do it in Dwapar Yuga? Did he do it in Kali Yuga? I mean, and if Ramji lived in Treta Yuga, I didn't attend that talk in Siya Ram festival about did Ramji really live, but that question might have been answered there. So, so we're going back. I don't know how many million years to Treta Yuga, when Ramji would have lived, and then after that came Dwapar Yuga. Then now Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. So I'm not able to get my head around the, and of course time is a concept, again that's a construct, but at our level I mean I need to understand when were the Vedas written, when did Vyasji live, was it in Dwapar Yuga, was it in Kali Yuga? Thank you.
Vedavyasji was in Dwapar Yuga.
Okay.
Birth of Vedavyasji is said to be in Dwapar Yuga. He is born to Satyavati and Parashar Rishi. And he is the one who compiled the Vedas in written form. Vedas have existed before him also. Vedas are Anadi and Ananta, because Veda does not mean book. Veda means knowledge.
Yes.
And the knowledge comes into being with the creation. It goes into unmanifest state with the creation. Again, it is created. Again, it comes back. So Veda is beginningless and endless.
Yeah.
The written form happened in the Dwapar Yuga. And when we see these timelines, these aspects, see, we have to understand one more thing. We may go by only some recorded history. Recorded history is absolutely small. Hardly anything it is. Because science also tells you today that universe is 13.2 billion years old. Scientifically.
Okay.
13.2 billion years old.
Yeah.
Now, what is our human history today? We hardly know history of 5,000 years, and that also written by colonial people. So they think that that is all history is, because for them creation started on in some 4th October, some particular year it is 1500 something it is, 4000 BCE or something it is. I don't remember the exact date, but there is one particular date. Creation started on that day for them. So their history is only that much. So what the Puranas have been saying is the creation is a cyclic creation. And the timelines which are given of 432, 864 is Dwapar Yuga, and then 432 is Kali Yuga, 864 is Dwapar Yuga, 1296 is Treta Yuga, and 1728 is Satyug. That is one Chaturyugi.
Yeah.
Our culture says much more beyond that also. Thousands of Chaturyugis become one day of Brahmaji. And that 1,000 and that much time, that 1,000 Chaturyugis is the time of one night of Brahmaji. Yes. When the creation is in unmanifest state. Then comes like that 360 days and 360 nights of Brahmaji. That is 1 year of Brahmaji.
Right.
And 100 years of such Brahmaji is the lifespan of Brahmaji.
Is the lifespan of?
One Brahma. Oh. Brahmaji's lifespan is 100 years. Okay. Then the creation goes back into unmanifest state, including Brahmaji, and then a new Brahmaji will come, whose lifespan will be another 100 years. So this creation is continuously going on, happening, creation, sustenance, destruction. It goes on in this cycle, and endless cycles of creation. That's why for us, creation doesn't have a beginning and an end. Yeah. The science concept is time is linear. So then we want to know beginning, we want to know end, because time is linear. Vedanta says no, time is not linear. It is cyclic. And today science is now coming to that cyclic aspect. Because today science is saying universe is in a constant state of expansion and contraction. So right now it's in an expansion state. After some time it will contract, it will again come back to a point. Again it will expand after Big Bang. Again it will start going up to a certain point and then start contracting. So they have also now come to cyclic part, which is what Vedanta was saying. Creation goes on for some time, then again it becomes unmanifest, then again it goes on. So in that march of time, That's why Shraddha is required. Now, we can't prove this because our lifespan is only 100 years. Maximum, if we live 100 years, 120 years, beyond that, human being won't live. Today, they are saying human being has a potential to live up to 150 years, provided certain lifestyle one adopts. So we can't prove this technically. That how can there be so many yugas and so how who knows? That's why Shraddha is required. Ki bhai, Shastra is saying great masters have experienced, so they are saying it.
Okay, so the Vedas were written in Dwapar Yuga and they were compiled. They were compiled,
Compiled in Dwapar Yuga.
and that has come down to us in Kali Yuga.
Yeah. Because the end of Mahabharat war, and after a few years as Yudhishthir ruled, when Krishna Bhagwan departed, Kali Yuga started. So Bhagavatam gives that clearly. So right now we are in the Kali Yuga.
And we are at the beginning of Kali Yuga now. Is that
Very initial stages of Kali Yuga. Out of 432, only some 2060 or 70 years have passed. That's all.
how much, Swamiji?
Some 2060 or something. Now that what is our calendar we go by?
When
Vikram Samvat, that calendar.
Okay, so Buddha was,
2070, yeah.
then Buddha was in Kali Yuga only, right? 2600 years they say for his birth.
That's what I'm saying. So Buddha is, if we consider him as avatar, then yes, he is in Kali Yuga only.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Hari.
I don't know.